you can transform your career by taking certifications to prove your ability with a certain tool or technology of your choosing. Well, today we're going to cover the PL-300 exam, which is Microsoft's Power BI Data Analyst, and by gaining this certification, you're proving to employers your ability with Power BI, allowing you to apply for roles with more confidence and prove to employers you understand Power BI to a certain standard. And there's surveys out there that show individuals who are certified earn 10 to 30% more than individuals that aren't actually certified in their tool or process of choosing. And even if we put that aside, if you had two candidates, both of similar experience, but one was certified and the other wasn't, so by having that certification, you simply stand out and you've already proved to your employer that you understand the tool to a certain standard. So in this video, I'll be covering the PL-300 certification, who is it for and what it covers, and ultimately what you can do and the tools you need to pass the exam. But right before we dive in, I'll start off by introducing myself. I'm Raja, the Power BI guy, and I teach Power BI content, allowing you to take your BI skills to that next level. And I also run a Skool community where there's tons of resources such as templates, dashboards, and a completely free 6-hour Power BI course with assessments and quizzes allowing you to learn Power BI. So you can find the link to the community within the description, but on that note, let's just go ahead and get started. So let's first start off with, is this exam even for you? Well, it doesn't matter if you're just starting out in data, or if you're, let's say, an established analyst. The PL-300 is designed for anyone that either uses or intends to use Power BI as part of their role. So on that note, what does the PL-300 actually expect you to know, and what will it be testing you on? Well, the PL-300 exam is broken down into 4 key areas. So the first area of this exam is preparing your data, and what Microsoft are testing on over here is your ability to connect to various different data sources, and then once you've got your data in Power BI, they want to see your ability to check data quality and then perform transformations on top of your data. So that covers things like merging tables, pivoting, removing columns, creating conditional columns, and other features you will do once you get your data and then load that into Power Query. So that's the scope of the first section. The second module they will be testing on is modeling, and it's called Model the Data. So in this module, they're testing your understanding in relationships, the different types, and the flow of data between different tables within your data models. And then on top of that, they want to see your ability to write DAX calculations, so testing on things like calculate and time intelligence as you write your measures and they sit within your datasets. So this section is all about data models and your ability to create calculations. So we have the first module, which is all about preparing your data, the second module, which is all about your data models, the third module is all about visualizing your data and building reports in Power BI. So first, Microsoft want to see you understand the various different visual types and then actually putting that into practice to build a report with good user experience. And the user experience part is key, where they're looking at your ability to create drill downs, edit the interactions between visualizations, analyze the performance of various visuals, and ultimately it's all about visuals and how you can create them to build effective reports. And ultimately the first 3 modules are all about that development experience, starting with connecting to your data all the way to building an actual report. Now the 4th module is slightly different, where this is all about the Power BI service and your ability to administer that environment. So that's things like creating workspaces, being able to produce apps, and access levels within the Power BI service environment. So to summarize, the fourth module is all about managing and deploying resources in Power BI. So that summarizes what the four sections of the PL-300 exam are. So now that we've understood what Microsoft actually expects you to know, where can you learn and cover these various topics? Well, first, I'll start off with Microsoft Learn, as they offer a completely free structured path for the PL-300, and it's directly mapped to the objectives within the study guide Microsoft actually offer. So it's worth going through the Microsoft Learn path just to cover that high level. Now, once you've gone through Microsoft Learn, you'll find it doesn't cover absolutely everything. So what you can do is go onto platforms like Udemy, where people have built courses for the PL-300 that are in a lot more detail than Microsoft Learn. And I'll plug my Skool community once again because I have a completely free 6-hour introduction with assessments and quizzes into Power BI. Now, it's not a dedicated PL-300 course, but as it's learning Power BI, you'll cover in detail a lot of topics that are mentioned and measured on within the PL-300 exam. And I'm actually actively working on a PL-300 course, so the early members of the community will get that for completely free. So do go ahead and join the community, do the Power BI training, ask questions, as there's a range of people that can support you in that learning path. So now that you've gone through Microsoft Learn, you've taken a course, you now want to measure yourself and see how this exam is actually tested on. Now, most of the exam is scenario based, where you have a situation and you need to answer on that particular situation, and you have different question formats for how you can answer the questions. So things like drag and drop, multiple choice, standard questions, and a case study that you need to go through and answer various questions for that study. And you can experience and do free practice tests, as these are offered by Microsoft in a portal very similar to the exam. So what I'll do is add a link to that in the description. Now, you may be one of those people that will do their practice exam but then also want to do more questions. Well, previously people sold these on Udemy and on various websites, but now I recommend just going into AI, telling it what exam you're doing, and it will generate you tons of questions in the format of the real exam. So to summarize, that's the best way to prepare for the PL-300, where you start off with the study guide, go through all the modules, then do the Microsoft Learn path, and then find a course that goes through that in slightly more detail, and then just go ahead and sit that exam. A lot of people often get worried, and I always say this isn't like high school where if you fail you have to redo the whole year. If you don't pass the exam, the worst that happens is you have to wait 48 hours and then you can sit the exam again to gain your certification. So don't worry yourself too much, just prepare for the exam, take it, and if you don't do well, just do it again. Nothing will happen if you fail. So as a next step, the first thing that I recommend you do right before you go into Microsoft Learn is open up the study guide and map your skills one-to-one with the various modules. Any journey that you go on, you always plan where you are and then where you're getting to. So start off with simply mapping your skills and then go through the journey that we discussed within this video. And for reaching this far into the video, I'm going to share a completely free checklist within my community for the PL-300 that you can check through and see where you're at in terms of skill set and how far you are from gaining that certification.